Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call a meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, just noting that Dave Frankel and Carrie Brungard are absent for roll. Old business, approval of minutes. The regular meeting minutes of October 7, 2021 were provided for review. I need a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of October 7, 2021 as presented.
So move.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I'll call the roll.
Mr. Stepniak?
Yes.
Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Major?
Yes.
Mr. Garvey?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Present. Abstain.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Audience participation. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the council on an item that is not on the agenda? Okay. No. Presentations. Military Retiree Appreciation Day proclamation will be read. I'll come down there.
Military retirees have served our country faithfully in times of peace and war. Military retirees have made significant sacrifices in defense of our freedom and liberty. A large number of military retirees and their families live, work, and play in the Lansing community. The Fort Leavenworth Garrison will conduct a Retiree Appreciation Day on October 30th, 2021. Anthony R. Neal, Mayor of the City of Lansing, State of Kansas, does hereby join the Fort Leavenworth Garrison in recognizing the contributions, sacrifices, and loyalty of military retirees in our community by recognizing October 30th, 2021 as Military Retiree Appreciation Day.
Thank you, sir.
Picture. Come over here, guy.
You want me in the picture too? All right. There you go.
City Council and Mayor, thanks for inviting me and thanks for this proclamation. I've accepted this on behalf of all the retirees. We haven't done a census in the last couple of years, but ordinarily there's probably pretty close to 30,000 retirees that of all the services that live in what they call the greater Fort Leavenworth catchment area, which runs all the way up to St. Joe and Springfield, Missouri, and other places. Probably a lot more than that, and as you can imagine, it's a pretty fluid number. Last year we canceled the event altogether because of COVID. This year we're trying something out called the hybrid. I've given your admin assistant here some flyers to pass out. They're going to do it on the 30th. It's called a hybrid because part of it will be done on Facebook, and so the address is on the flyer and also on some other literature that we're getting out. If you're a normal follower of Fort Leavenworth Facebook page, you can access it. The garrison commander will speak. The CAC-CG is going to give a little talk. And then there's the chance to plug into TRICARE and some other key sites that retirees are always interested in. So that's part of it. The second part of it is an actual face-to-face that we will conduct at the PX. And all the retirees love flu shots, so they're all going to have the opportunity to get a flu shot there. Not a COVID shot, but a flu shot. A lot of people have forgotten that still this year there is the danger of flu, and you should in fact be vaccinated for it. So they can come up that day and get that shot, and then the PX and the commissary have some giveaways for them as well. And that's pretty much it. We're not having the VFW and the Legion and all the other vendors that come in Lewis and Clark building and discuss things with the retirees, make presentations, and so forth. So we decided on this at the last minute, and we're having a tough time getting the word out, so that's why the flyers are important. It's catch as catch can. I've told the garrison staff, I said, we may get 5 people, we may get 500 people, we may get 1,000 people. We just don't know at this point in time what we're going to have. But the more that we're able to get the word out, and I know several of you are military retirees, please show up that day and show the flag and do what you can. But again, thank you very much. I appreciate this. It's a great honor to get this from the city of Lansing, where I once resided many years ago, and it is a very friendly military community. So thanks again. Have a great meeting.
All right, thank you. Okay, item number 3 is executive session, economic development. I need a motion to recess into executive session to review economic development activities pursuant to the discussion of confidential data relating to financial affairs or trade secrets of corporations, partnerships, trusts, and individual proprietorships, exemption KSA 75-431-9 Bravo 4 for 15 minutes, starting at 7:05 and ending at 7:20.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, call the roll.
Mr. Seneca?
Yes.
Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Major?
Yes.
Mr. Garvey?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Are we running back?
I make a motion, we return to open session.
Second.
A motion and a second to return to open session, call the roll.
Mr. Seneca?
Yes.
Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Major?
Yes.
Mr. Garvey?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes. Mayor, I make a motion to authorize the mayor to, council, I make a motion to authorize the mayor to submit a rezoning request for Lot 1 Town Center.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Mr. Seneca?
Yes.
Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Major?
Yes.
Mr. Garvey?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Motion passed. Reports. City Attorney.
Another report, Mayor.
City Administrator.
So a couple of things. The League of Municipalities is having their annual legislative supper. The one in our region is in Prairie Village. That would be Tuesday, November 30th in the evening, if any of you all are interested. That's also open to incoming council members and council members-elect. So if any of you all are interested, let me know. We can get registered for that. Again, that is in Prairie Village on Tuesday, November 30th. So, couple other things. The spec building committee had met a couple times in the last month. We evaluated some locations, but I think with all of the irons in the fire the city has right now, and I think with some concerns of the workforce shortage, we decided to tap the brakes on submitting a spec building application. So I did want to make the full body aware of that. On Thursday, October 28th, we have a busy evening that evening. So, the school board had reached out to us a while back about our annual joint meeting with them. So that was tentatively scheduled for Thursday, October 28th. But then also the Planning Commission wanted to have a joint meeting, and that was the best evening for them. And since we don't have work sessions in November or December, that's kind of how that shook out. So the way it's scheduled right now, we would be meeting with the school board at 6 at the City Hall. I was anticipating doing kind of a working supper, so I'll have pizza for everybody, and we can kind of eat supper here and talk about what's going on in the city and hear about what's going on with the school district. And then at 7, the Planning Commission joint meeting would begin. So that will be a busy evening for you all next week. So, a couple other things, in very general terms, we do have that American Rescue Plan money. About half of that has been deposited to the city so far, so around $900,000. We have a committee composed of the city clerk, the finance director, and Mr. Schmitz, and we're always kind of kicking around ideas. Some of the ideas you guys had talked about are improvements to broadband and how we tackle that. Some of the other ideas that we've talked about are projects that can help spur growth, spur development, because water and sewer expenses are eligible with that American Rescue Plan. So in the recent weeks, we've spoken to residential developers, we've spoken to property owners in Lansing, trying to figure out, hey, if we were able to invest to build a new sewer line here, would this get your subdivision kicked off? If we were able to help you out this way, would this get things rolling. So we're trying to do things that we can to spur, especially residential growth, and we're looking at some of that American Rescue Plan money to do that. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, really thankful the Lions Club donated money for 2 new benches out at the Veterans Memorial at Bernard Park. I was there at that ceremony with Marcus a couple days ago. Those new benches are great. That's just a fantastic place to sit and rest and reflect. And we're really thankful to the Lions Club for purchasing those benches. It's a great addition out there. And that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Jim. Department heads, anything from the department heads? All right, we'll go around the horn. Don?
I don't have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Gene?
Thing. And Matt, I'm not sure if this is for you or Mike. When you're coming in and out of Club Car Wash and Quick Trip, and the hole that has to keep getting filled weekly, the natives are getting restless.
So that's,
I told people, as far as I know, that's private property.
it is. Yeah, that's part of the private drive that, I believe it's part of the private drive that Home Depot owns. If it's not Home Depot, it's either Aldi or the car wash.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's Home Depot that owns that
Okay.
portion of that pavement.
They're,
We'll reach out to them.
It happens regular. I mean,
Yeah.
they throw something in there, and 2 weeks later, you got it,
Right.
and the hole's getting bigger,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we'll certainly reach out to them. I saw that message too when it came in via Facebook Messenger earlier this evening. And I was actually in the car wash when I saw that come in, so I drove right by it afterwards. But
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, and I know they've made some half-hearted attempts, I think, that
Right.
probably go to Home Depot and buy asphalt in a bag, and that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. We'll get a hold of them. Same as we do with any other business that has failures like that. Yeah,
I
certainly.
wasn't sure if that was you or Mike, so.
It'll probably be a combination of both of us because Home Depot's not located in town. We'll have to work a little bit with Leavenworth on it too, probably, but we'll
Okay.
work with them.
Well, you might wanna pass on to Club Car Wash that whole, whoever's responsible for it,
Yeah.
Travis
start to
Kelsey?
create some friction with people, so.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, thanks, Jim. Marcus?
Mayor, I don't have anything to add tonight.
All right, thanks. Jesse?
Last Thursday, not today, but last Thursday, Deffenbaugh Waste Management, missed the compost in my ward a number of places. I called Beth on Monday, I believe it was. She said they realized they made the mistake and would be right back up on Monday or Tuesday to pick it up. Never showed up. It sat there till today before they picked it up. They continue to let us down, and they continue to draw revenue off our city. Just my observation.
Again, when we,
Huh?
I had the total opposite experience. I sent an email to Beth Thursday night, and they missed everybody in my circle and a bunch on our street, and by 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, they had picked it all up and it was all gone.
yeah,
So,
it's challenging because we're at their whim,
Right,
you know.
right.
We,
And that's why I tell people that they have the market cornered because they don't have any competition.
well, yeah, and again, when we bid that out last time, it was a pretty big difference between them and the next. But we do dock their pay a little bit when they miss multiple houses over the course of 72 hours. Unfortunately, when we're writing them a check for $30,000,
$1 billion company.
yeah, if we're writing them a check per month for $30,000, I'm not sure they notice if they miss $80 from yard waste on 10 houses. So, but we do dock them on that. So, if that helps when you're communicating with citizens, you can tell them that we don't pay them for that, and we can credit people for that.
Well, I never explain that to people, and they know that it's chump change to the company. So it's
Yeah.
more of an aggravation to have it not picked up than it is to hold back their revenue. So,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to share that. So
Yeah.
that's all. That's all I've got.
All right, thanks, Jesse. Greg?
early voting is open, so if you are watching this, vote. And if you don't want to vote early, it's the first Tuesday in November, so don't forget to vote. And on this day, in 1959, in New York City, the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, opened to the public. That's all I have, Mayor.
Enough, thank you. Ron?
Nothing from me, Mr. Mayor. I move that our meeting be adjourned.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. Call the roll.
Mr. Fennecat?
Yes.
Mr. Kirby?
Yes.
Mr. Major?
Yes.
Mr. Garvey?
Yes.
Mr. Bueller?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
We are adjourned.